Hello and welcome to another episode of Ghost Real. This is a special Happy New Year edition. Firstly, I want to say thank you so much for your support this year. I have smashed my targets, so I'm so impressed. I'm so happy with that. As I only wanted, well, I thought I'd only have 500 subscribers by the end of this, and I have more. So thank you very much for that. I have 600, so yay! Thank you. That's all thanks to you and your support of my channel. If you wish to skip this video to the traditions, rather than hearing me waffle on, you're very welcome to do so. They start around 5:38, so that is very fine. I don't mind. For me, the highlights of this year, first one, definitely hands down, is the abandoned care homes that I went to. I say abandoned care homes because I went to two. If you haven't seen those, they are on a playlist. And I went with Dave and also Richard from Paranormal Contact. And they were very interesting. And one of them was the first time I ever cried on an investigation because I felt so overwhelmed and just so sad. And that's the first time I've ever felt like that, and I've ever cried on an investigation. So they are in a playlist which you can find on my channel, so please go and check out that playlist. I will put a link below so you can also check that out, and also don't forget to check out Paranormal Contact as well. The other obviously massive highlight for me was going to South Africa. That was immense, and again, that is all thanks to you guys. Annoyingly, obviously, I lost half of the footage, which was a teensy bit irritating, but it just means I'm gonna just have to go back, doesn't it? So and the third and final highlight for me was the Ostrich Inn, which was so interesting. Again, I've lost some of the footage for that, but it was really odd. That's all I can say. So I really want to go back there as well because it was immense. And again, I want to thank the staff for letting me go there as well. So thank you. In terms of this coming year, I do have some epic things planned. I'm looking to travel more around the UK this year, as well as going back to some places that I've already been to that I found interesting this year. But I plan to go a lot further afield this year, hopefully, touch wood. If all goes to plan anyway. So that would be fantastic. Also, hopefully planning to go back to South Africa, so watch that space. I'd love to also go to America at some point as well and investigate there because you guys have some amazing places. And also Australia, would love to do that too. But I think I have to hold my horses a little bit here. That might not happen this coming year because that's going to be a really expensive year. I do have a lot more things around the UK, a lot more places. I plan to go further up north. I plan to go further down south. I plan to go to Wales as well, which I absolutely adore Wales. So hopefully that is something. So I've got all of these things planned, but please stick with me because I've got some amazing locations in mind that I've got planned. I've made my list already. It's all ready to go. And I'll probably add to that list as well during the course of the year. So that is my plan. And then lastly, I thought I would leave you with some interesting superstitions that I actually didn't know existed in the UK. So these are all, there's 5 of them. And these are all things that people do at New Year's, and they are New Year's traditions. So the first one is called first footing. And first footing is a common tradition practiced in the whole of the UK. But primarily I think Scotland does it the most. And what it is that it is said that first footing in the door after midnight, whoever goes through the door, essentially through the front door, so it's the front door, after midnight, it brings good luck and prosperity. So it's believed that this tradition goes back to ancient times when those with fair hair would not be considered the most welcome of guests, i.e. the Vikings. So anyone with dark hair like me, preferably male as well, so there is actually a preference here. So a man going through a door, your own door, your doorway, with dark hair, dark eyes, is considered good luck and prosperous. And if they do that after midnight, just after midnight, it means that for the whole year you're going to have really good luck. However, if a fair-haired guy or a fair-haired person, blonde bloke, goes through, then that is considered bad luck. So there you go. Sorry, guys. Anyone with blonde hair, sorry. But that's a really interesting one. The other thing as well is back in the day, that one was considered even more good luck if you were to bring things like coal, bread, salt and whiskey, each of which symbolizes warmth, good crops, and good health. So if a man was to walk over the threshold with either of those objects, that would be considered very, very good luck. So there you go. So that's number 1. Number 2 is also a really interesting one. I'm really hoping I'm going to pronounce this correctly. This is Welsh, and it's the Mari Lloyd, something like that. But it means grey mare in English, and it hails back to the Christian era in Wales. And although it dates back to the tradition of Mari Lloyd, it was carried out in various different villages, and it's mainly around the New Year's. And basically a horse's skull, yes, you heard that correctly, a horse's skull was basically put in white cloth and decorated with ribbons with false eyes and false ears. And it was affixed to a long wooden pole. Yeah, yeah, I'm not making this up, a long wooden pole. And the man, Lwyd, would be paraded by a gang of males from house to house. So he would carry this horse's head basically around the village, going to house, and he would knock on the door, and then jokes and insults, yeah, jokes and insults would be strewn to those who greeted the group at their door. So basically everyone would just shout insults and things at this guy holding the horse's head around the town, as well as the group that were going with him. So it's a very interesting one, that. Also as well, you could sing, so he could request a song, which then would deny him entry to certain houses. So if you didn't sing, or I think it's if he did sing, there's variants to it. If you did sing or he didn't sing, you would deny him entry to the house. This would go backwards and forwards until the homeowner then relented, at which point the gang would then be welcomed in for a feast or food or drink. So this now no longer exists as a tradition, but it was a very, very big one, a very popular one at the time in Wales. Although, having said that, I think there are some certain villages maybe that still do this one, but it's a very, very interesting one, that. So you get thrown insults, and you may get some food, or you may not if you're denied entry. Great. And then you have the horse's head. So interesting. There's another one as well, which is number 3, and this is still practiced today in some of the Scottish Highlands, and it's called seining, or sanning, and this means blessings. So it's a ritual, but traditionally takes place on New Year's Day, so New Year's Day morning, and it's carried out by consuming magic water. That this water has basically specially been sourced from a certain river, where legend has it both the living and the dead cross this river. So think of like the river Sphinx in or the Nile in Egypt. And that's basically the kind of the river, is that the dead and the living can cross it. The water is also sprinkled diligently throughout the household and all the contents in the house. Next, there is then a deep cleanse of the house as well by burning juniper. I had to think then what it was. I wanted to say sage, and I was like, no, that's not right. It's juniper. And then with that smoke, it is believed that all ill spirits or any negativity then will be smoked away. So finally then all the windows and the doors are opened, and new fresh air from the new year is then brought into the house. And then of course, because it's Scotland, you then have some whiskey to end the ritual. And that is the end of it. So I like that one. I think that's a really, really good one. Actually, I like that one. And then the 4th one is that it is in Yorkshire. So this one is primarily in Yorkshire, and it is customary to proclaim black rabbits, black rabbits, black rabbits over again. I think actually it might actually be on New Year's Eve up until midnight. So you basically say the same thing, black rabbit, black rabbit, black rabbit, black rabbit, until it gets to midnight. And then you say white rabbit, white rabbit, white rabbit, white rabbit. And that then brings you good luck into the new year. So again, I kind of like that one. That one's quite nice. And then the last one is an Irish one. And as a mark of respect to honour the dead, throughout Ireland, an extra place setting is often at the table on New Year's, and that is to mark obviously the deceased person in the family, or deceased members of like friends or villagers, for example. So I love that one as well. I think that one's lovely. So those are the 5 traditions or folklores that happen around New Year's. I hope that you enjoyed those. I actually enjoyed researching this one. I thought that was quite fun. But whatever you guys do for New Year's, I really hope that you have a fantastic New Year's. And I look forward to seeing you in 2020. Wait, what are we? 2024. I was about to say 2026 and I was like, what? No, fast forwarding on there. 2024. I got up early this morning. And I hope you guys have a fantastic one, whatever you do. And I wish you all happiness, good health and prosperity for the year ahead. And again, I want to thank you so much for your support this year. I look forward to bringing you places that I'm very excited to go. My list is actually very exciting, I have to say. So I hope you guys stay with me, and I really hope you guys also enjoy what I do. And I shall see you guys next year. Have a fantastic one and Happy New Year! Bye everyone!